Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ron at Ronfell Zap. Going to be talking a little bit about World of Tanks and my my view of the tanks so far. I'm not going to start with the tier ones because, yeah, they're just starting vehicles, right? Or whatever. Talk about vehicles down each tier and what I've played so far. So the Take This Rain tier 2 here, pretty decent. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of armor, doesn't have a lot of hit points, but it does pretty good damage. It's pretty solid. However, the light tank, I didn't like the lights, and when I started off with lights, and I had no idea what I was doing, so I was trying to actually kill people with them, and they are not the best at killing stuff. They're more for scouting. Moving on to tier 3s, the Martyr 2 is pretty good. Pretty solid vehicle. It does pretty good damage. Can hide decently well. These first three, I actually really like the Martyr 38T. That vehicle is a lot of fun. Then I went over here and I got another light vehicle. Like I said, I'm not a fan of light vehicles. Then I decided to try to get the medium tanks. Now the medium tanks, I have the tier 3 medium tank, and it does pretty good damage, but it's got paper thin armor. Luckily it has quite a few hit points, so you can get a couple shots off before getting annihilated. Moving on over to the Martyr, I really like this vehicle. This has so far been the funnest tank destroyer vehicle that I played. I even like it better than the Hetzer. The Hetzer, it just, I don't know. It can hide pretty well and stuff, and I really like that, but just the Martyr, man, the fire rate on this thing is ridiculous and does really good damage. The DW2, okay, I want to talk about this one extensively here, because this vehicle, when you get it, you're like, yeah, I finally got a heavy vehicle, heavy tank. The default cannon on this thing is horrible. It can't penetrate shit. It does 40, let's take a look at it here. It does, I think, 43 armor penetration. I mean, it can't penetrate crap. It's a necessity that you get this with this vehicle. You are going to have a bad time with this vehicle until you get this next weapon. Anyways, moving on down the line here. Another thing I want to point out about this, the armor's really not that great. 50 armor all around, but it's slow as shit. This vehicle is just slow, and it doesn't look like you could really get any options, any upgrades to upgrade it that much to increase the horsepower. And not only that, but they're very pricey. So, I mean, you get a 15 horsepower increase. The only benefit I see, really, well, this is actually a weight increase, but this one is actually a weight decrease, so that'd probably help out. And it does take it up to 300, but like I said, it's very pricey. 710 experience is not cheap. So I'm just saving up to get this next vehicle. I got this armor here, but I would have to get the tracks, and it's just, yeah, it's not worth it. Because of the weight. The weight on this thing is 3,000 kilograms as opposed to the 2,750 from that, and it doesn't have any room to spare right now. Right now the weight limit is 29.85, so that would put it over the limit. Alright, enough about that. Okay, so I talked about the tier 4s, getting on T5. I want to talk about this freaking thing, the Toaster. I hate this vehicle. I despise it. It has no armor. The default weapon for it isn't really that great. I mean, it says here it's got 139 penetration and 135 damage, but I swear this thing is inaccurate. It's super inaccurate. And let's see if we could take some take a look at it here. Where that is to say about accuracy. I can't find it, but it's very inaccurate. There's been times where I've had someone just dead in my sights and it'll miss. And it never hits where you want it to hit. Another thing I want to point out, this weapon can't hide for shit. Pretty much once you fire, you need to move, because as soon as you do, everyone and their mother is going to see you and see where you're at. That drives me absolutely insane with this vehicle. And the damage really isn't that great. I mean, you could get the 88 centimeter flak, which it does great penetration and great damage, but as you can see, you have to unlock this one first, which is actually a pretty substantial increase in damage. I can't wait to get it, but it's 9,500 XP to get it, and I haven't been getting crap for experience with this vehicle, because I either just end up dying right away after taking a shot, or I just sit there and wail on someone for like half an hour and it doesn't penetrate, or it just ricochets off. I mean, it doesn't help that I've been fighting tier 6s and tier 7s pretty much non-stop in this vehicle, but I just don't like it. I mean, I don't like the playstyle. You pretty much get one shot by everything, so I'm not a fan. But I don't know, maybe my opinion will change once I get a better cannon on it, but right now I don't like it. The one thing I will say is when it does manage to penetrate, and it does manage to hit, it does quite a bit of damage. And not only that, but this vehicle is fast. Let's see, where's it say? The speed limit is 60 kilometers an hour, which is pretty fast, especially for its size. This thing is very fast. Yeah, only has 350 hit points. The armor, Jesus, yeah, the armor, pretty much everything can penetrate your armor. Pretty much everything. So, yeah, that's what I'm currently playing. Not a fan of it, but I gotta go up this tier tree because I really, really, really want to get the WT. I really want that vehicle. And the next in line is the Nashorn, which is very similar in a lot of ways. We'll check out the characteristics between these two. Actually, I'll put them left to right. Alright, so on the left here we have the toaster, and over here we got the advanced toaster. So the hit points are increased by basically double, which is very nice. The engine power has gone down. The speed has gone down. The transverse speed has gone down, but it has a little bit better armor. You're still going to pretty much get one shot by everything. The shell damage is the same, and the shell penetration is better. The rate of fire is a little bit higher, and the view range is just a little bit better, and the signal range is a little better, or it's dead even. So it's pretty much almost identical to the stupid toaster, but hopefully it can take a little bit more damage. And yeah, so I'm kind of not looking forward to even to the next tier. And then we finally get to this bad boy, which seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get this thing, because that just, those stats just, so good. It's got a ways to go. So anyways, yeah, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the German vehicles and my impressions of them so far. If I was to rate them by so far from what I played, from best to worst, I would definitely rate the light tanks as the worst. Those things, man, I just don't like the play style. There's, like, especially the Germans. This freaking tier 2 one is slow as hell. It is so slow. The starting engine power is only 130 HP. Its transverse speed is only 30, or its speed limit is 40 kilometers. I mean, for a light vehicle, the freaking toaster is faster than this thing. It's not that fast. The next one is faster, but it doesn't have as good armor. believe it or not. It's a huge decrease in armor. I actually like this one better. I upgraded it a little bit, and I got the turret and stuff like that, and it was doing some good damage. But man, I couldn't survive for shit. I pretty much get one shot in this thing all the time, and so yeah. So I'd rate these as the lowest. I was not a fan of them. Probably the second lowest vehicle, as far as, you know, what I've played so far. As far as tanks I've liked, the tanks I haven't liked, is the Toaster. I don't like this vehicle at all. I mean, it does okay, but I just like the other tank destroyers so much better than this thing. This thing is just a goddamn eyesore. I'm not a fan of it at all. Pretty much when someone sees you, they're just going to instant shot you because they know they can. Next lowest, the DW2, until you get the cannon. Once you get the new cannon, it actually becomes formidable. But man, trying to grind to get that cannon was painful because I could not penetrate anything. I mean nothing. I've had some amazing games with this thing. Now that I got the cannon, I'd rate it a lot higher. These three tank destroyers, actually I'd probably put the Martyr as my favorite so far, and then probably under that the Hetzer, and then these two as third place. They're pretty good, but the Martyr, man, this weapon, this thing, it's just awesome. I really liked it. I was able to get the Toaster very fast with the Martyr because I was just melting people. Well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna log off here, and I'll be doing some more stuff in the future probably with this game. But that's my opinion so far on the vehicles that I've played so far. I'm still relatively new to the game and pretty newbie, and I do a lot of stupid things, but maybe that's why I don't like the Toaster, because I don't know, I try to be careful with it. It just seems like my careful isn't careful enough. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong with it or not. Maybe I have to get some upgrades to make it actually worthwhile. I don't know. Anyways, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys later.